Hello everyone, it's your boy producer Herb, and today's video is going to be a bit different. We're going to be doing a comment request that we got in our last video about 2 or 3 days ago, depending on when this gets up. Big ew of ew County says, "You're going to turn this into a talk show? Okay. Talk about the aerodynamics of different burgers in the world." Now, at first, I was a bit perplexed by this. Didn't really know how to approach this, but then I found this wonderful BuzzFeed article looking at 15 different mouth-watering burgers from around the world. So what we're going to be doing today is looking at this BuzzFeed article and deciding which of these burgers are the most aerodynamic. I'm going to be ranking them on a scale of 1 to 10 for aerodynamicness. Just full disclaimer, I'm not an engineer or scientist of any kind. This is purely my big brain logic. Without further ado, let's get right into the list here. So up first we have a burger from Malaysia. It seems to be called a Ramly burger. Now this burger seems to have looks like it has egg in it maybe? Oh yeah, it says fried egg and sometimes cheese on a bun. So yeah, that'd be pretty hefty and have a lot of weight to it. And the other thing about this burger is that it comes in a wrapper. So you have the option to fully wrap up the burger and then throw it for maximum aerodynamicness. So I'd probably give this one a solid 6.5 out of 10 for aerodynamicness, because it is kind of cheating just being wrapped in paper to give it more weight to be thrown further. Now it would be possible for that paper to just burst and give it even less aerodynamicness, but we're just going to assume that's not going to happen for the purposes of this exercise here. So yeah, Malaysia's Ramly burger gets a 6.5 out of 10 in aerodynamicness. Ooh, okay, up next we have a Finland burger. Let's see, what do they say about this one? So this may look quite traditional, but here in Helsinki, Finland, we have reindeer burgers. Oh, it's a reindeer. I don't know how to feel about that. Reindeers are cute. I don't like seeing it ground up like that. But regardless of my personal feelings about reindeer meat, I have to say this burger does not look super aerodynamic. You see, there's nothing holding this burger together. Sure, if you counted the plate as well, you can maybe throw the plate with the burger a bit further. But assuming we're just talking about the burger, if you tried to throw this, it would simply just split apart into all its different parts before it could even get any type of range. So I would have to give this one like a 2 out of 10
Bruh.
for aerodynamicness, simply because there's nothing really holding it together. Sure, that lingonberry jam might be kind of sticky, but once it's in the air, gravity is just going to rip that whole thing apart, and it's just going to disintegrate and be some disgusting street food for a seagull or a rat, whatever you have in Finland. Anyways, moving on. Oh, there are no burgers in Pakistan. Okay, good to know. Up next we have Chile. So this looks like a pretty tasty burger, honestly. Got some guacamole on there, some tomatoes, some nice looking meat. That cheese is melted. This is a typical Chilean Italiano. It consists of grilled meat called churrasco, tomatoes, mashed avocado. Oh, so it's just mashed avocado, not guac. And mayo served on a bun. It's normally measures around 15 centimeters, 5 inches. That's pretty big. In terms of aerodynamicness though, this does kind of have the similar problem as the Finland burger here, where there's not much holding it together, although this one does seem quite a bit stickier, at least on the top half. Also in this picture it wouldn't be very aerodynamic because it's cut in half, but assuming you could get the burger not cut in half, I'd say it'd have a bit more of a chance of sticking together mid-flight than the Finland burger, because you see how all this cheese is all melty and gooey, and wrapping onto the bottom part of the bun. And hey, maybe if there's something sticky and gooey on the bottom part of the bun, this whole thing would stay together if you chucked it. But once again, there's not much holding this together besides the cheese, so I'd have to give this one maybe, I mean, it could still maybe hold together with the cheese there. So I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 10 for aerodynamicness. Anyways, moving on. We have a burger from, is that a burger? Looks like a hot dog of some kind. Anyways, here's Germany's burger. McDonald's made the Nürnberger, the 3 Nürnberger. Oh fuck, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that word. But it's thin bratwurst, mustard, and fried onions on a bun. Now, personally, I'd argue this is more hot dog than burger, but today's video is not about the hot dog and burger debate. Today's video is about the aerodynamicness of burgers around the world. Now, let's just assume that this is a burger because BuzzFeed is telling us it is a burger. In terms of aerodynamicness, I think this has a bit of a better chance than both the Finland and the Chile burger. Simply because just look how sticky it is in there and how compressed everything is. Like, the bread is practically wrapping around onto itself like it's a spring roll or something. It's like almost all encapsulating. I honestly couldn't see this falling apart mid-flight, especially if you had like a whole sandwich put together where the sausages and the bread are all wrapped together still. If you throw it at the right angle, that would have some good aerodynamicness. There's still a good chance it'd fall apart, but once again, this one seems to be coming in some type of paper to go bag by default, so if you just leave it in there, that would also upgrade its aerodynamicness. However, I would just be slightly concerned at the fact that these are thin bratwursts. Does lower our weight and therefore our potential for speed and distance in terms of throwing the burger for aerodynamics. So for those reasons, I'm going to give this one a 5.5 out of 10 for aerodynamics. Has some potential, but also on the lighter side, a bit of a lightweight. So moving on to the New Zealand burger. Ooh, now this looks super tasty. Just all these toppings here. Is that beets? Looks delicious. What kind of cheese is that? Let's see what they say about it. In New Zealand, we have the kiwi burger. It includes kiwi classes such as beetroot and fried egg. It even has its own jingle. I'd like to hear that jingle. Maybe we'll do that in another video there. But anyways, aerodynamicness. As you can see here, this burger has a stick in it. So that's going to be holding the burger together a lot more than any of the other burgers are currently. And because it has that physical reinforcement, I think that at the right angle, this burger could be chucked much further than all the other burgers that we've currently looked at. For that reason, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10 in aerodynamics, because I think that wooden pole is going to go a long way in making sure that all the weight stays together and all the materials don't just spread out into the air. So yeah, 7 out of 10 New Zealand burger. Also just looks delicious as fuck. Oh. India also does not have burgers. Moving on to the Australia burger. Alrighty. So this looks pretty conventional, honestly. This looks like just an American burger, but made by an Australian, I guess. In Australia, we have crumbled mushroom burgers topped with, how do I say, I never know how to say this. Gruyere, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and aioli. Either way, looks pretty good. In terms of aerodynamicness, though, this burger does seem quite loose. There's not a whole lot holding it together. Sure, we have the paper wrapping there, but these appear to be only partially wrapped, not fully wrapped in like a to-go style. Sure, they may provide that service for you, but we're just going off the pictures right here, and yeah, it's not looking great for them. Because even if you do throw it paper side first, there's a very high chance that that bottom bun is going to fall out, considering that I don't really see a whole lot of sauce there. That little white bit might be sauce, but there's no really real way to tell. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning on the side that this burger would just fall apart in the air. But it does have the wrapper though. It is trying. For that one, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10 for aerodynamicness. All right, moving on, we have the turkey burger. Now I don't think it's actually made of turkey. It's just made in Turkey. It's made by the Salt Bay. Whoa! And massive patties oozing with cheese. They are served cut down the middle, and grilled on the cut sides. Whoa! Now that's big-brained. Okay, that's awesome. Shit. But in terms of aerodynamicness, I think it's a pretty solid contender, honestly, because as you can see, we have our support structure here. We have 2 units to throw, which is just kind of an unnecessary bonus because we're just looking for really distance and how much it'll stay together in the air. But even in terms of just that, it looks great because we have a lot of melty cheese. It goes all the way around, so the meat is always adhering to the bread with cheese, and we also have that support structure along the back side there. Now if you chucked it really hard, you might be able to just rip the cheese structure open, but you still have that back support as well. So I'm gonna give this, honestly, this is a really sturdy burger in terms of aerodynamicness. I'm gonna have to give this an 8 out of 10. This is our most aerodynamic burger yet. Like, even at this picture, it kind of looks like it's pointing in a direction. Like, you need to throw it, like this is the dart end over here, and you need to throw it like that. Alrighty. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Turkey burger. Good turkey burger. Moving on to Lebanon. Ooh, alright. Typical Lebanese burger has a patty, coleslaw, French coleslaw. Interesting. Normally you'd see that on like a chicken sandwich, but I guess they put it with the beef there. Anyways, French fries, pickles, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, all served on a sesame bun. So that's pretty traditional, but minus the coleslaw there. But yeah, in terms of aerodynamicness, as you can probably guess right now, this burger is probably not going to be staying together here. Maybe the coleslaw could give it a bit of an advantage, but at the same time they're adding the super dry fries right in the middle, which is really working against the adhesion that the mayonnaise and the coleslaw would provide. The patty does look quite sticky as well with some type of sauce, but that once again is being blocked by a tomato slice up here, which is very slippery and wet and not very adhesive. For those reasons, I'm gonna have to give this burger a 2 out of 10 aerodynamicness. It's just not a burger that's built to keep together. It's just a burger that's meant to be eaten, and you know, that's fine. That's what burgers are meant to do. Argentina also does not have burgers. Alrighty, looking at the Slovenia burger. Now this is looking pretty good. In Slovenia, a typical burger consists of sliced beef, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, bacon, and onion rings covered with barbecue sauce. That just sounds like a typical burger. That sounds fucking delicious. But in terms of aerodynamicness, it does have a bit of an upper hand with the bottom patty there. You got a big bun, big meat patty. Seems like a lot of sauce to keep all that adhesion. And also looking at this picture here, it looks like they've stacked the onion rings right on top of the burger, and that's going to be a big downside for this one because there's just absolutely nothing keeping those onion rings on the burger there. And if it's supposed to be part of the burger, then it's you know, it's going to do poorly in our aerodynamics test here. Also, as you can see, it doesn't appear that there's that much sauce on the top bun as well, so regardless of the onion ring stacked on top of it, the top bun would probably just go flying anyways if you were to chuck this burger. For that reason, I'm gonna have to give this 2 out of 10. They really fucked up with the onion rings. In fact, for that L, I'm gonna go to 1.5. That's stupid. How could you not make your burger more aerodynamic? Moving on to Barbados. This burger looks awfully dry. Actually, no, there's some sauce there. That's not terribly dry, but it's in the middle, not next to any of the bread where you'd want it to be. This doesn't look like a very appetizing burger. This burger is from a fast joint. I think they meant fast food joint. A fast joint is what I have before work. Fast food joint called Chefete here in Barbados. It's a chicken burger served with lettuce, tomato, onions, and this amazing mayo pepper sauce. Alright, mayo peppers does sound pretty good. Just wish they put some more sauce on the fucking bread part. But yeah, in terms of aerodynamicness, this burger's not going to hold together that well at all here. Because yeah, as you can see, the only sauce in this burger is between the patty and the vegetables. And even with the vegetables there, they put all the lettuce on top of the tomatoes and onion rings, so all the vegetables are pretty much going to go flying the second this leaves your hand, along with the top bun and bottom bun, because, well, as we can see, there's clearly nothing holding those two parts together. This is a 1 out of 10 for aerodynamicness. I'm sorry, Barbados. You just gotta do better. Oh, 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 that's a rough picture. Okay, okay. This is a. God, I can't get over this picture, man. It's so fucking cursed. It's just like you're manhandling it. Oh my god. Okay, this is a chicken burger from McDonald's in Indonesia. Yes, the special edition black buns. Apparently it's dyed with squid ink. Alright, yeah, that's pretty cool. Makes sense here. In terms of aerodynamicness though, I mean, I do see we got quite a bit of sauce here. Looks quite sticky, along with melting cheese that's oozing down to the top and bottom, although it's definitely more attached to tomatoes than any bun part. It is a little bit attached to the bun, like here, and probably a little back here, and since this dude's fucking gorilla gripped it with his hand. I mean, there's not a whole lot holding it together. I do know that McDonald's burgers do come in like a paper mache wrap by default. Well, considering that fact, that it probably did come in the paper wrapping, I'm gonna have to give this one a 5 out of 10 here, because, well, it's a McDonald's burger, and those are pretty dense anyways. Like, if you leave those out for a day, they get pretty rock solid, and that would make it even more dynamic there. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for the Indonesia burger, and yeah, I'm gonna save this. This is fucking. Last but not least, we have this beautiful, lovely, holy shit. I didn't look through this list before, and that really took me back there. The mac and cheese burger. God, it's like oozing with fat though. I have to bring like a whole roll of paper towels for that. We put ridiculous shit on our burgers. This is one from Ainsworth in NYC. It's pretty much a typical burger, but it's smothered in mac and cheese. Yeah, no fucking shit there. Yeah, in terms of aerodynamicness, it does look like there is a knife holding it together. That would definitely help in terms of like keeping the whole thing together. But actually, maybe not though, because the knife would be a bit heavier, and if you try to throw the whole thing, it might just end up like slicing through the burger. I'm not sure though. Oh yeah, and then the mac and cheese would definitely start flying off immediately. In fact, a lot of this mac and cheese you probably wouldn't even be able to throw in the first place, simply because it's falling off of your hand as you're lifting the burger up for the throw. But I mean, they are trying with the knife there, and this is a lot of sticky cheese. So if we're going off of those base rules that we have for the entire episode here, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 for aerodynamicness. Bruh. So we have reached the end of our BuzzFeed article. If you like this kind of content, leave a like. This was pretty fun for me to make, and leave a comment if you want me to do anything else. Just give me your stupidest thoughts, just the dumbest shit you can think of. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll see you later.